Welcome to my NFL Week 4 Power Rankings. We're up to Week 4 now. Brought to you by Coast for Super Bowl 58. Alright, last place we have the Chicago Bears, who just lost big time to the Chiefs. Kind of debated them. They put them in last, and you'll see the team I will put in 31st, which is the Denver Broncos, who plays the Bears this Sunday. So we'll find out who the real worst team is. The Broncos dropping 3 spots after losing 70-20 to the Miami Dolphins. I just gave them the benefit of the doubt and put them ahead of the Bears, but we'll find out come Sunday. At 30th, we have the Carolina Panthers, who are dropping a spot after losing to the Seattle Seahawks. Panthers are in rebuild mode. They need some more pieces around Bryce Young. Of course, Bryce Young didn't play last game. It was Andy Dalton. But, not impressed by Carolina. 29th, we have the New York Jets dropping 2 spots after a loss to the Patriots. The Jets are struggling with Zach Wilson. Everything else is fine except for the offensive line. That's all I gotta say for the Jets. 28th, I have the Minnesota Vikings dropping 3 spots after a loss to the Chargers. Vikings have had a chance to win all 3 of their games, but they're not. And until they win, they will continue to drop in these rankings. At 27th, I have the Las Vegas Raiders dropping 4 spots right after a loss to the Steelers. The Raiders, unfortunately, do not play the Broncos all 17 games of their season. So, yeah, they're not doing too good. At 26th, I have the New York Giants, who are in the same spot they were last week. The Giants, coming off an expected loss to the 49ers, although they did put up a fight, but they still lost by a decent amount. We'll see how they do next week. At 25th, dropping 6 spots, is the Tennessee Titans, who lost the blowout to Cleveland Browns. Tennessee, doing worse than I thought they would. Tennessee's front seven's pretty good. It's just everything else is not good for Tennessee. At 24th, I have the New England Patriots, who just beat the Jets, staying in the same spot they were last week. The Patriots, staying in the same spot because I expected them to beat the Jets, and I don't think they done anything to improve their ranking. They certainly didn't do anything to fall back. I just feel like there's nothing there to move them up. I feel like other teams just jumped them. But 23rd, I have the Arizona Cardinals jumping 7 spots, coming off a big win against the Dallas Cowboys. The Cardinals, are they tanking? Well, the organization's trying to make them tank, but their players are playing well. The players are giving a fight. They fought the Commanders, they fought the Giants, and then they fought the Cowboys, and they won against the Cowboys. The Cardinals literally just played 3 NFC East teams in a row. The Cardinals, I think, could improve on their second half play. Especially, I think Josh Dobbs needs to take a leadership role more, and then I think That will help the Cardinals there in the second half. But Cardinals jump up 23rd. 22nd, I have the Houston Texans, who jumped 9 spots after dismantling the Jags in Jacksonville. Texans, despite having no O-line, showed out on offense with and exploiting the Jags defense. The Texans, I don't know much about them. I just know last week was beyond insane, especially after a big loss to the Colts at home. We'll see if Texans are a little bit further ahead in their rebuild mode than we thought. 21st, I do have the Jacksonville Jaguars dropping 6 spots. I just hold them. I have them just ahead of Houston, just 1 spot. Mainly because I had the Texans so low and I had Jags so high. I don't want to change the rankings that much. Just to give the benefit of the Jags, just maybe they had a down game. We'll find out next week too in Jacksonville's next game. But the Jags, they beat the Colts the first game of the year. That was kind of expected. Colts, new quarterback, new head coach, and they lost to Kansas City. That was kind of expected, and then they lose horribly to the Houston Texans. Yeah, that was not expected. I might sense some panic in Jacksonville. At 20th, the Los Angeles Chargers, who just got their first win. They're in the same spot they were last week. Chargers, a little bit questionable. I'm having this to keep in the same spot because I wasn't really totally impressed by everything. Justin Herbert, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen had all career days, but Mike Williams is out for the year now. So that might have had something to do with my rankings because now you're just down to Keenan Allen, and that's going to be your team for the rest of the year. Is not going to have Mike Williams. So we'll see how the Chargers do next week. I feel like I probably will move them up next week. Just prove me wrong, Chargers. 19th is the Los Angeles Rams, dropping 10 spots. Mainly because I think I may overrated them last week. The Rams offensive line of last year came back last game, and they lost to the winless Bengals. The Rams play the Colts next week. We'll see if the game last week was just a fluke. That's all I gotta say. 18th, I do have the Cincinnati Bengals, who just got their first win against the Rams. Moving up 3 spots. Cincy, the defense showed out last Monday night, whatever. Cincy just needs to get their offense back into their Super Bowl shape, and they'll be fine. Just gotta wait and see. Right now, I have them 18th because they're 1 and 2. Just gotta wait and see how this goes. At 17th, I have the Washington Commanders dropping down 4 spots. Washington just got bulldozed by Buffalo. Washington might have won those first 2 games in a fluke. Maybe. But right now, I'm at 17th. It's kind of hard to gauge these teams so early on. We'll see, in a few weeks, they might be closer to what they actually are. I might have a better gauge of these teams. But 16th, I have the Indianapolis Colts moving up 6 spots after a big win against the Ravens. The Colts, gonna be underrated by everybody else, but not me. I wanted to put them. I so wanted to put them higher, but I put them at 16th. I feel like they're mid-tier right now. They have a chance to prove they're, way better than everybody thought by beating the Rams next week. The defense for the Colts is phenomenal. Just gotta wait for Richardson get Richardson and Kelly back, maybe JT back. We'll see if we get a rhythm going on offense. At 15th, I do have the New Orleans Saints dropping 3 spots. The Saints probably would have won against Green Bay if Derek Carr didn't get injured. But Jameis Winston did put the Saints in field goal range. The kicker just missed what is now considered like an easy field goal. It was like 45 yards, wasn't it? I can't remember, somewhere around there. The Saints probably should have just kept running the ball. Saints blew that lead. It was a fourth quarter 17-0 lead, and they blew it. But you gotta knock them down. No matter if Derek Carr probably would have won the game, you just gotta knock them down because he blew a 17-0 fourth quarter lead. At 14th, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers moving up 3 spots after their win against the Raiders. The Steelers, their solution is to fire Matt Canada, and that's it. At 13th, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers dropping 2 spots after a loss to the Eagles. They're no longer undefeated. The Bucs, the season's gonna reeks of overachieving what they're expected to do. They're gonna be underdogs every single game. The Bucs will put up a fight every single game. The Bucs are gonna be ranked higher than what they. The Bucs are gonna play harder, play better than what they are all season. I can feel it. They just played a really great team in the Eagles, and that's what just happened. At 12th, I have the Atlanta Falcons dropping 4 spots after losing to Detroit. The Falcons sort of stagnated this week. We'll see. Maybe Detroit, I guess, you see if Detroit really just figured them out, see if they slow down, drop 4 spots, see how it goes on. At 11th, I have the Green Bay Packers moving up 5 spots. Green Bay, moving into the Jordan Love era. Clearly, Jordan Love learned a lot from Aaron Rodgers in the 3 years he sat behind Rodgers. We'll just wait and see how this Packers team goes. They had a lot of injuries. Hopefully they get all those players back, and they should be in shape. Good shape for the season. At 10th, we have the Cleveland Browns jumping 10 spots. The Browns. I clearly underrated the Browns last week. The Browns, we'll see what happens with them. Clearly, everything's going great for them. Defense, run game, even without Nick Chubb. The only question is Deshaun Watson in the pass game. But the Browns are playing way better than what I thought they would play this year. 9, the Detroit Lions, just coming off a win against the Falcons. The Lions getting back to what after a setback last week. They're moving forward, and that's how I got them at 9. At 8, I have the Seattle Seahawks moving up 2 spots after a win against the Panthers. The Seahawks, they're doing great after losing to the Rams. They've come on back-to-back wins. So, Seattle and Geno proving that they are. The last season was not a fluke. At 7, I have the Baltimore Ravens dropping 3 spots after a loss to the Colts. Still keeping them up here, top 10. They have a bunch of injuries. And there's a lot of questions about the game. I have full confidence in the Ravens to just move on and just keep playing at the high level. At 6, I have the Dallas Cowboys dropping 4 spots after a loss to the Cardinals. The Cowboys, lost Stephon Diggs to injury, and all of a sudden they don't know how to play defense. Their offense was trash. Dak Prescott trash. Kind of odd for the Cowboys to play that game, especially against the Cardinals. Only dropped them 4 spots because you might think it's just a fluke, but they do play the Patriots next week, so we'll see. At 5 of the Buffalo Bills going up 2 spots. Clearly, Buffalo, after a fluke game, the first game of the year, they've found their rhythm, and they're going. And the Buffalo Bills have a big game against the Miami Dolphins, so we'll see how that goes. At 4, I have the Kansas City Chiefs moving up 2 spots. Kansas City, after dropping that one against the Lions, they definitely have found their rhythm, and now sitting at 4th in the rankings. At 3, get to the undefeated team so far. We have the Philadelphia Eagles moving up 2 spots after a big win against Tampa Bay. I feel like the Eagles still have a lot more to figure out. They're getting more into rhythm, but we'll see how this goes. The Eagles just need to get back into rhythm. I think as the year goes on, they'll be better and better and better. Right now, I'm at 3rd. At 2nd, I have the Miami Dolphins moving up 1 spot. The Dolphins winning 70-20. If I were to give any concern, it would be on their defense, but Vic Fangio's getting them acclimated, trying to get something going. But their offense is like no problems there. I guess the only problem could be if Tua underthrows somebody, but they don't really need that. There's no deep throws that he needs to make or anything. They're set on offense. Defense might be a problem. They definitely need to get that defense going because they will. I mean, Buffalo's defense is a great defense, and they might slow them down. So you probably need your defense to be able to slow Buffalo down. But right now, I'm at 2. And number 1, I have San Francisco 49ers, who had number 1 last week. San Francisco staying at number 1 because I believe they're the most consistent, all built all the way around team. They stay at number 1. They play the Cardinals next week. But right now, they're number 1. But anyways, please like, subscribe, and comment about my power rankings. I will be seeing you tomorrow with my NFL predictions for week 4. I'll be seeing you then.